Things I liked about, we had some really good stretches of the game, and then we had some tough ones, but we were really resilient. They made some big runs, and they were a good team. Obviously fighting for a tough playoff spot in the West, but our guys answered the bell and were resilient. And then it was really our defense closed the game out, but we controlled. We got good shots, a couple key offensive rebounds, but our process was good. And this is the stuff that we've been talking about. Each game we're looking to grow, and it was a good growth for us tonight.
You mentioned the defense. How important was Rashawn tonight in just establishing presence?
You know, protecting the rim, the rebounding. It's great to have him out there. He kind of anchors us when he's out there. I thought Anthony Gill was the same thing. So both those guys were anchoring our defense back. But it was a team effort, and he was at the back line protecting us. But kept him out of the paint, which is, you know, one of the things that we were trying to do. But a good overall game defensively for us.
Coach, I was going to ask you about those runs. I think Sacramento ended the first half like 21-4 or something. So what do you say to the team to mitigate those runs heading into the next sequence?
One of the things we talked about is that sometimes you forgot how you got the lead. So we were talking about, you know, we got a little stagnant. Want to get back to playing with more pace. You know, a couple offensive rebounds for them during that stretch. But sometimes you got to remember how you got it, and I think that's what was great about our guys. They played down the stretch, really shared the ball, moved it. And that's how we got the lead in the first place. So we learned throughout the game what got us there, and that was great.
Two guards seemed to stand out defensively in the fourth quarter and late, and that was Jared Butler and Jordan Poole. I think Jordan Poole had a really good defensive possession on De'Aaron Fox in the corner. Just talk about how when your guards play good defense, that can elevate the rest of the team.
They're always the first point of attack. So, you know, guarding the ball, fighting over screens, giving time so our bigs can get back to their own. Those guys were great.
Coach, how important was it for Kyle to be able to sustain his scoring throughout the entire game, not just in the first half or one quarter?
It was great. Yeah, he obviously great to have him back tonight. You know, he's our catalyst. You know, he's our guy we look to make plays, and he made a lot of them tonight. Got us going really early, but it was also his passing. He was drawing a lot of attention. He got 5 assists also. So nice to have him back, but he's been doing that for us for a long time.
I know they're missing Herter, but how important was your perimeter defense to try to make sure that, I know Fox and Monk eventually got going, but you guys were able to hold them down for most of the game?
I thought we did a good job trying to pressure them, contested shots. They probably missed some shots, let's be honest, but I think our defense was there. We were contesting, and what we really wanted to do tonight was take care of the paint. And we were in the paint, flying out to shooters, so good overall team effort defensively tonight.
Coach, you guys win the battle of the boards tonight. How good can this team be when you guys win the battle of the boards?
We've had a little bit of a last couple games we had a drop, but before that we've been rebounding pretty well for a while. Rashawn has been great. Marvin Bagley, obviously a big contributor to that too when he's been out. So, you know, we've talked about this for a long time. Deni Avdija, comes back tonight, he has 9 rebounds. So like when we can defend and we can rebound, we can play in transition and make easy, simple plays, find our teammates. That's always our key. If we can defend and rebound, we're pretty good in transition. I don't remember which one, David.
They had scored several points in a row, and you were not at all happy.
Yeah, sure. We all have emotions during the game. I've showed it a little bit to our team because I think we lost a little bit. How we talked about before you came in, David, like we got the lead because we were really sharing the ball, and we got a little stagnant. And what I liked about the game is that we learned some lessons through that. We had a little tougher stretch at the end of the third, beginning of the fourth, but we found our way back. And that's for us is great growth. And you would ask the question before the game, all these things are valuable to us, right? We're learning lessons every day, and that's what we're preaching to our guys, and our guys are buying in. So they learned a good lesson tonight. This is how you got the lead. If you figure out how to do that, if something hits you, you go back to the process that you got it, and they did it at the end, which was terrific.
I like how we executed. It was, you know, pretty sharp, simple. Ran the same couple plays. Everybody knew their spots. Jordan did a great job, you know, with the attention that he drew tonight. A lot of the blitzes that they were sending at him. And he was making just the right play, hitting it to Sean. Sean, another guy, making big plays in the last 5 minutes. You know, whether it was 4-on-3s, he had one, hit Corey drove, float. Other one he drove, got fouled, whatever, didn't get fouled. But, you know, we did a great job down the stretch. So,
what do you feel like was the commonality when they were coming back after you had the 19-point lead in the second, the 15-point lead, I think it was, in the third?
We got stagnant, for sure. We were rolling in was it the second unit? We were rolling for a quick second, and we made some subs, and we just got really stagnant, and it bit us in the butt. But we did a great job coming out the third quarter, which we haven't all year, and really got the game. I think it was to about 12-13 pretty consistently, and we closed out. They were probably a little tired coming from that back-to-back in Toronto, and we took advantage of it. And team win tonight.
How big was the rebounding advantage you guys had?
Rashawn was huge. He was huge for us all night. I'm sure he really wanted this win, obviously playing in SAC. And, we really just played off of his fierceness tonight, and he did a great job. Deni pitched in. But a lot of it was, we kept Sabonis off the glass. That's always the key when you play SAC, because he's a workhorse down there, and he makes it an emphasis to throw his body and get down there and punk people. And we did a good job tonight. So
It seemed like the momentum swings were kind of tied to turnovers, at least at times. So how did you guys kind of settle down when the turnovers were piling up and sort of change course?
Yeah, during that little stretch, we had just had turnover, spacing issues. Guys just trying to make moves and playing on top of each other. And besides it, it's not even really about offense, because we had a 19-point lead and let it slip. That's really a lot of defensive issues. Fox got hot. He was due to get hot because he started the game out probably 0 for 8 or something. He hit about 3 straight threes or something like that. So that's what great players are going to do in the game of basketball. It's a game of runs, and we just combated their runs and made more runs. So,
Hey, Kuz. Speaking of runs, I was asking Coach about the run to end the first half where Sacramento, I think, outscored you like 21-4. And he talks about how it's easy for players to forget how they got the lead. So can you just talk about how he coaches you to withstand those runs and come back better?
He gives us a lot of confidence, gives me a lot of confidence to be myself and play my game. And, throughout the group, I think he does that pretty well. He was pretty animated after that 21-4 run, rightfully so. And, we responded. We responded well. And, response to something we haven't really done. So it's good to feel from the group.
Unrelated to tonight, I'm just curious if you've been able to share the court at all with Tristan Vukovic, if he's been spending time with you around the clubhouse or anything like that?
Nope, not at all. He's been around, been on the bench a little bit past couple games, being able to be around a little bit. But I, kind of kept track of him, chatting back and forth throughout the season, when he was overseas. So look forward to playing with him at some point.
Kuz, how do you find a kernel or two of growth or development that can maybe carry over to next season? I know you've got games left this season, but are there things that you're seeing that go, okay, well, it's something we can start to build on?
Just togetherness and being there for each other, playing on the string defensively. I think, if we can kind of figure out some type of defensive rotations, I think that'd be a positive. Playing with pace and space every possession, that's a positive if we can get to it. And then also just like continue to learn our teammates, because a lot of times the basketball it's not X's and O's, it's about mismatches and advantages. So like knowing if JP likes to go right, sit the screen so he can get over the top and get downhill. Same with me. Learning Deni, learning the spots that guys are successful at. If we can do that as a team, it really doesn't matter about the X's and O's part. So those are the little things that we can kind of carry over and hopefully, can springboard us into next year. So
Now that Bilal's rookie season is over, just what do you think of the year that he had?
Up and down like a rookie, I think his greatest trait is he's very inquisitive. I think that's a very important, trait to have. He wants to learn, understanding why things work a certain way, how things go about, and for your first year in the league, it could be a whirlwind, and I'm sure it was for him a little bit, especially not really having that much time off, coming from, Metro straight to the summer league, straight into this. That's a lot, and I give him credit. He's a workhorse. He loves the game of basketball. He wants to get better, and his offense will catch up to his defense. It's just a matter of time and confidence and reps and learning what you want to do on the court. And that takes a while. It takes a while for all of us to figure out what we are strong at on the court, and he will eventually. So,
I think Rashawn did a great job. First of all, I really like playing with him. He knows to be in the right spots. He's playing his mind off, and I feel like he's doing a good job on the glass. He's really helping us box out, get the boards, get stops, protecting the rim, finishing in the paint. So all those stuff, it's really important for us, especially as a group. And I feel like he did a great job of it tonight.
Unrelated to the game tonight, how much do you know about Tristan Vukovic, just being a fellow European prospect, and have you had a chance to communicate with him at all?
Who? Tristan Wu? Oh, Vucevic.
Is that how I mispronounced it?
No, you're good. He just arrived. We had dinner together. It was good. We just talking about how it's been for him in Europe and how his journey. I gave him some tips for a rookie who starts in the NBA, and I think he's a great player. He has great potential. I'm happy he's with us, and hopefully he's going to be able to play and show off his skills this season.
Hey, Deni.
Hey.
Season's wrapping up. This year you've broken out offensively. Obviously, you're already a dog defender. But
Thank you.
You've broken out.
Thank you.
What's the next level? I mean, what's next?
Counters. I feel like counters, being better in communicating on defense, be a defensive leader, putting everybody in the right spot, and offensively just keep being consistent, keep creating for others, and keep countering. I mean, people slowly gonna close out my right hand, which is good. It means I need to work on my left hand. Maybe take some mid-range shots if it's a little packed in the paint. But I'm slowly progressing. I'm not rushing the process. I'm still trying to dominate simple and do my job. And when the chance will come with the experience, I think I'll be fine with the hard work as well. And that's about it. I'm not thinking about it right now, but I appreciate the compliment. Thank you.
You and Kuz returned tonight, but you guys are still missing, of course, a lot of key players. What's it like being out there when you're in a rotation with a lot of moving parts?
That's kind of the situation. Well, I came back after 3 games. A lot of our young guys kind of played a lot of heavy minutes, and I think they did a great job carrying the load. Me and Kuz came back today. Obviously, we got some more players, important players who needs to come back. Hopefully, they get healthy soon. But I think it was big time. Everybody was involved today. Everybody played good, competed, and that's what team basketball is all about. That's why it's a beautiful game.